All right, I'm shooting this at the end, but this is going in the beginning. I am at Baltimore Harley Davidson out here on Pulaski Highway. You can hear the motorcycles. Why? Today is demo day. Let's ride some bikes. Hey everybody, this is MinnowMoto here, and other than the intro, this video turned out totally different than I thought it was going to. And it's my fault. We can get into that, but that's not the topic. So I'm in the shop, just moving some cameras around. This is the rig for my 360. Look at that, it has the nice clip on it and the arm. Still rocking the X3. Never jumped on the X4. X5 looks pretty good, but we'll see how it pans out after everyone's like, oh, it's the best camera ever. Oh. Hey, speaking of dollars, down the bottom, I got a bunch of affiliate links for some of the gear that I'm using, the photography gear anyway. And I got a coupon code for Beyond Riders. I wear their gear. I like it. I'm happy with it. Save a couple dollars if you use my coupon code. Be sure to check them out. Link is below. But anyway, demo day. Total mistake. Messed up SD cards. I had all this ride footage. I do have off the bike footage of just looking at the bikes a little bit. That was on a different camera that turned out pretty good. But anything on the bike, user error, formatted the card, and it's gone. I tried software. I can't get it back. So I'm going to skip that and just tell you what I got to ride and what it was fun. At least the highlights. We'll make this short. First of all, the day started off great with the Road Glide ST. That bike is phenomenal. I don't think there's anything I would want to change out of the box. The only thing that would make it not work for me is that little pillion. They have the seat cowl. I think it's a seat cowl actually on the back. I'd want something to where I could put at least a small sissy bar so I could strap a bag for travel. Other than that, and they're removable. Other than that, the bike is perfect. I do like that bike. I don't like the price tag. Way out of my league. You'll never see me on it. The bike did have racetrack mode on it, which is pretty cool. It's sporting the 121 motor. I did not get to use racetrack mode. We barely hit third gear on any of the bikes that we rode. I did like the Snorkel on the bike, the high performance Snorkel. It was felt a little bit different than it had in last year's. My legs weren't bumping up against it. The same thing with the Snorkel on the Lowrider ST and the Lowrider S. So I don't know if something's changed. Maybe the seat was different, but that was not an issue at all for me this year. I think I learned something about the bikes. I did ride a lot of the Softails. I guess performance-wise depends on how the motor is configured and the air breather. The old-fashioned round medallion seems to be like the entry-level 117. It just pulls hard and is a fun bike. The next one is the kind of the old school, the air breather that faces forward. That was on the Fat Boy, and you can notice a little bit different. The Fat Boy is a fun bike to ride. That's all. I mean, yeah. Then the Lowrider ST and S have that Snorkel. That motor is just, you just whack it and anything, it just is going to take off on you. So all fun bikes. It's up to you, I guess, what's in your style. I will say my takeaway of the Softail bike for out of the box, that this year, the Heritage, Standard, Classic, whatever they're calling it, worked out best. I love the floorboard placement, revving up the gear. I like the new indicators that they have on it. You know, you don't have to worry about switching to LEDs or anything. I think out of the box, if I was walking away with a new bike yesterday on a Minnow budget, that would have been it. It looked great in white. The only complaint I had is riding along on the test loop. The saddlebags, I guess whoever had it before me, someone opened it and didn't close it. And just from the position I was in, I never looked really at the mechanism. I couldn't just close it and have it latch closed. I think maybe if I owned the bike, I could have been doing it while I was riding or at a red light. But it flapped open until we got back from the demo ride. So that would probably be the only downside I think I felt with that. Um, Very polished bike. I still don't understand why they're sticking with the little nubs on the seat and the saddlebags. Um, I would look to change that. I vote no for nubs. The Pan America. I did pay a little bit more attention to that, and I do wish I had the video because I was talking about it. Performance-wise, not much has changed. I think the foot peg position changed a little bit. They're up a little higher. They are better foot pegs than what is on the special. The ST foot pegs didn't cut into my feet like the ones on the other bike do, so it was really comfortable. And that was a plus. The seat on it, it's a one-piece. I almost said solo seat, but it's just a one-piece seat. Very similar to what Corbin was making for the Pan America Special, because that is more of an off-roading style. Um, it was great. You sat on that seat and it like kept you tucked in, no matter how hard you whacked the throttle or what you did. You weren't sliding back or rolling forward. That was a really good mod. I did not take it off. I don't know if it's adjustable like the specials to where you can put it in a high or low position. Um, so that is something crazy. I do think it's crazy. And okay, so this is a quick comparison. So I think the ST maybe took the place of the old just Pan America without any bells and whistles. Things they lost is the adaptive light in the front for when you go in the corners. It does not have that anymore. Of course, they took the crash bars off because they are using, it looks like the radiator off of the Sportster S. It's a little bit wider, stubbier. Um, the plastic around it, on the left side of the Pan America, a lot of people add this little ventilation gadget just to blow the air away. Was a complaint on early models. The new models have something there. They added it on the ST, probably because it came from the Sportster S, maybe. So that's different. Oh, steering damper. Why would you get rid of a steering damper on a bike that is supposed to be more sports oriented? Not sure I get that. Um, Unless there's a reason with this big wheel on the front that they've added that. But then they sold the Pan America non-special without it. So, yeah, do we need it? Do we not need it? I don't know. I'm not taking it off. I know from the sports bike world that was always something I did look to add. The windscreen. They have this cool little stubby windscreen. Again, not really what you think about for sport touring. And it did pretty good. I mean, we hit, I would say, 50, 60 mile an hour. I'm not complaining about it. It was good. Yeah, I wear a full face helmet, so I didn't have the buffeting. It is not adjustable at all. There's no way to change that around. On the Pan America Special, I'll take a picture of it. I'll throw it in here. Underneath the windshield, it has these bigger wings that stick out that kind of deflect some of the wind and weather from you. That does not exist on the ST version. They have these small little nubby ones, so you lose some protection there. The handlebars. My handlebar setup, I pulled them back, and you can adjust them their angle a little bit. So I move those around. I don't know how scientific I could be by saying they did feel different. Like the hand grips did not feel as the same. Like maybe they were smaller. I always ride with gloves, so I don't get like a lot of that sweat on my handlebars, my hand grips. It doesn't wear. They don't get grimy like that. They just felt a little thinner. They could just be in my head. I will say something that kind of took me by surprise. If you look at the end of the Pan America handlebars, they have the nub where you can attach the Pan America Special hand protectors. I don't know if I can get these. If I sneak down back here. The Pan America hand protectors, you can attach those to the little nubs, and they mount on these two screws next to the mirror. They still have that bracket. They did not change the bracket. So you're riding this bike, it has a bracket with mounting holes for nothing. Nothing can go there. I guess if you wanted to put a GPS or a GoPro, you could, retrofit that to whatever you wanted, but it was just weird. It's a finishing option that they took off. ST is fun though. You can definitely feel it does dip into those corners. And I think that's it. That's all I'm going to put together. Don't really have a lot. I'm very sorry I lost the footage. I will make this short in editing. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging in there. Thanks to Brandywine Harley Davidson for bringing in that demo truck. I know it's not cheap. I'm sure people like me are a pain in the ass. I think I rode 9 bikes that day. It was fun. Thank you to Baltimore Metro Hall Group for they were doing all the rides and signing us up, and they did everything. Really a fun time. So you guys, sun is on the way. I'm getting ready to go for another ride. Stay safe out there. Have fun. Be kind to each other. Minnow is out. Should I do that noise? Is that even? I don't even know. I'm just talking now. I'm stupid. I'm gonna go put this on somewhere.